Hello and welcome back to our entertainment segment. My name is Raila and I'm coming to you straight from Mutembei TV. So I don't know if you've seen this, but Dennis Ombachi just attacked Khalif Kairo when he least expected. Before I tell you about this, let me bring you to how we got here. Dennis Ombachi and Khalif Kairo have been having their beef for the longest time. I think it started in 2024, and over time they've been exchanging some shade, some banter, dissing each other here and there on the timelines. Now, recently, with everything that has been happening with Khalif Kairo, they say the one who laughs last laughs best. And it seems that person who's laughing last in this situation is Dennis Ombachi, because at first whenever Khalif Kairo would diss Dennis Ombachi, he'd make himself look better than Dennis Ombachi. Of course, he'd say he has more money. Of course, he'd say he has more fame. But right now, the opposite is happening. It seems Khalif Kairo is losing his financial stand, and it also seems like his reputation is going down the drain. So you can see it. Dennis Ombachi is really having the last laugh. Now, yesterday, Khalif Kairo, in the wee hours of the morning, decided to respond to Clement's allegations. Remember, Clement is his former friend, and he recently went on ngunyi podcast to expose Khalif Kairo, or rather what happened between him and Khalif Kairo. So Khalif Kairo had been silent for the longest time, but he finally decided to respond to this, and we did a video about that yesterday. But today we want to focus on Dennis Ombachi's attack on Khalif Kairo when he least expected. So Khalif Kairo made those tweets and a video, but then deleted them. And right at that moment, you'd think that his enemies would come. Of course, people were making fun of him, but Dennis Ombachi, being one of the major enemies of Khalif Kairo on the timeline, decided to sit that one out. He decided to think and say that, hey, you know what, this is not the right time to respond to Khalif Kairo or to attack Khalif Kairo or to laugh at Khalif Kairo. So he chose to sit that one out and say that he understands that Khalif Kairo was going through something. Maybe he was going through an episode, maybe he was stressed, maybe he was high. So he chose not to address Khalif Kairo at that time. But this was not to last, because he decided to do that very same thing a few hours later. And this was when actually, the conversation about Kairo's tweets in the middle of the night had gone down. Like, we had already made a video about it. So when people had shushed kidogo about the whole story, that's when Dennis Ombachi decided to attack. And he attacked by clapping back at Khalif Kairo on some banter Khalif Kairo had made last year. So this is what Khalif Kairo said. Khalif Kairo had told Dennis Ombachi that, sasa wewe utaitwa podcast kuambia watu nini, how to cook fish in 15 seconds. Look, I am better than you. Get used to it. Attacking me will only get you a few likes, but it won't salvage your rugby career. Learn more receipts and maybe get a bigger balcony. So that was Khalif Kairo's banter, and it was actually in response to Dennis Ombachi's banter. Also, Dennis Ombachi had told him that your brand is jumping from podcast to podcast. Hata wamechoka na wewe. So Dennis Ombachi a few hours ago responded and said, cooking fish in 15 seconds because we attract and don't chase podcasts. Sell to sell midfielder. That's his new nickname for Khalif Kairo. And he also attached a video of him frying some fish. So that's Dennis Ombachi's response, and he also added that the only thing that will be bouncing back for Khalif Kairo, or the only thing that will be bouncing for Khalif Kairo, are his checks. So that's what Dennis Ombachi had for Khalif Kairo. Do you think he served it right? Did he nail it? I've seen people gassing him on social media. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and always keep it here for more updates.